In this video, I explain the proof of second mean value theorem of integral calculus and one problem based on this second mean value theorem of integral calculus. Now, understand the statement. What does this theorem states? Theorem is like this: if integral a to b f of x dx and a to b pi of x dx both exist, a to b fx, a to b pi x both exist, and pi x is monotonic means either monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing. Then there exists psi belongs to AB. What is AB? Bounds of these functions fx and pi x. There exists psi belongs to AB such that integral a to b fx into pi x dx is equal to integral is equal to pi of a into a to psi f of x dx plus psi to b plus pi of b into psi to b fx dx. This is second mean value theorem of integral calculus. Already I have proved the first mean value theorem of integral calculus. I explained the proof of that and also some problems. This is second mean value theorem. Understand the statement here. What is the condition here? A to b fx dx, a to b pi x dx both exist means they are bounded in AB. And one more condition is this pi of x is monotonic in AB. Monotonic in AB. Monotonic means either monotonically increasing or decreasing. Then there exists a point, arbitrary point, it is belongs to AB such that a to b fx into pi x dx is pi of a to psi fx plus pi of b psi to b fx dx. This theorem is due to Weierstrass. And to prove this, again there are different methods or using different concepts we can prove this. First is using Abel's lemma we can prove this. Second is using Bonnet's theorem we can easily prove this. Therefore proof means first I explain what does Bonnet's theorem states. Bonnet's theorem. Using this Bonnet's theorem or directly applying Bonnet's theorem, we can easily obtain the result of second mean value theorem. Now, what does Bonnet's theorem states? If integral a to b fx dx and integral a to b psi x, I take psi of x dx, both exist, and psi of x is monotonically decreasing. Condition is psi of x is monotonically decreasing. Then there exists psi belongs to AB such that integral a to b f of x into psi of x dx is psi of a into a to psi fx dx. Let me verify again. Theorem is like this: psi of a to psi f of x dx. This is Bonnet's theorem. I explain once again. I do not prove or I do not explain the proof of this one. We are interested in only second mean value theorem of integral calculus. And to prove that theorem, we use this Bonnet's theorem. Now the Bonnet's theorem is like this. What does Bonnet's theorem states? I have taken psi x here. Two functions are there, fx and psi x. Both are bounded and integrable in closed interval AB. And condition is this psi of x is monotonically decreasing. Then there exists psi belongs to AB such that a to b fx into psi x dx is psi of a to psi fx dx. Now directly applying this, we can prove this second mean value theorem. In many examinations, in a competitive examination, that is UPSC examination or KPSC examination, if mathematics optional is taken, this Riemann integration may be there. And if the proof is asked, this is the simple one. Now, I have stated Bonnet's theorem. I explain how to use this theorem to prove second mean value theorem. Proof of the main theorem. Or I write second mean value theorem of integral calculus. Now to prove this, what is given here? Pi of x is, condition is a to b fx dx exists, a to b pi of x dx exists. Pi x is monotonic. Let us take pi x is monotonically decreasing. Then let psi of x is pi x minus pi of b, where x belongs to a. Then see, we are consider psi x as pi x minus pi of b to apply that Bonnet's form, Bonnet's theorem. Now the question is, what is phi of x here? We have taken phi of x is monotonically decreasing. What do you mean by monotonically decreasing? Here b greater than a, therefore f of b is, or pi here, pi of b is less than pi of a. Or since in this interval b is greater than a, for all x belongs to a b, pi of b is less than pi of x. For all x belongs to a. Did you understand this one? So the point is, pi of x is monotonically decreasing. Therefore, for all x belongs to a b, pi of b is less than pi of x. What is the meaning of decreasing function? This is the definition, decreasing function. B greater than a implies pi of b is less than pi of x. Then pi of x is decreasing. So, for all x belongs to a b, pi of x minus pi of b is greater than 0. Correct? Pi of x minus pi of b is positive. And psi of x is also monotonically decreasing here. Monotonically decreasing. Therefore, there exists psi belongs to AB such that, now here we use Bonnet's theorem. What does Bonnet's theorem say? There exists psi belongs to AB such that a to b fx into psi x. Now I apply Bonnet's theorem to fx and psi x. A to b fx into psi x is psi of a into a to psi fx dx. Correct? A to psi fx dx. Now substitute. The proof is like this. We have defined psi x as pi x minus pi of b. Then psi x is monotonic and it is monotonically decreasing and positive. Now this fx and psi x satisfies the conditions of Bonnet's theorem. So we have applied Bonnet's theorem to fx and psi x. Therefore, a to b fx, what is psi x? Pi of x minus pi of b with respect to x is psi of a, make substitute here. What is psi of a? Pi of a minus pi of b into a to psi fx dx. So we have directly applied the Bonnet's theorem. We have defined new function psi x so that it satisfies the condition of Bonnet's theorem, and we apply Bonnet's theorem. Therefore, next thing is on the simplification. A to b fx into pi x minus pi of b a to b pi of b a to b f of x dx is pi of a into a to psi fx dx minus pi of b a to psi fx dx. Correct? Simplifying. Now this can be written as a to b fx into pi x dx is. Next thing is only simplification here. I write like this: pi of a into a to psi fx dx plus this transposing, we get plus pi of b into a to b or a to b, yes, a to b fx dx minus a to psi fx dx. Correct? A to psi fx dx. We have transferred this pi of b to right hand side. Now, how do you simplify further? Next simplification is properties. Properties of definite integral. A to psi fx dx plus pi of b. Now we write this as minus a to psi is psi to a plus psi to a to b. So this becomes psi to b fx dx. This is second mean value theorem of integral calculus. Now proof is important, whether it may be the university examinations or even in competitive examinations. If Riemann integration is there, then both theorems are important. First mean value theorem, second mean value theorem of integral calculus. I think all of you followed the proof of this. Still, if you have any difficulties, you can ask at any time. Now I consider one problem on this theorem. Many problems are there, but I have selected this problem which is based on second mean value theorem of integral calculus. Problem is stated like this: using Bonnet's form of second mean value theorem of integral calculus, prove that. Result is, you have to prove that mod of a to b sin x square dx is less than or equal to 1 upon a, where b greater than a greater than 0. So understand the problem. It is clearly mentioned using Bonnet's form of second mean value theorem. Just we have proved that theorem. Prove that a to b sin x square dx is less than or equal to 1 upon a. Now what does the second mean value theorem states? Second mean value theorem gives the integrability of product two functions, but here we have only sin of x square. So what we do is we write sin of x square as 1 upon 2x. It is not sin square x, it is sin of x square. 1 upon 2x, 2x into sin x square. Then take fx is 2x sin x square. Now we take fx is 2x sin x square, pi x is 1 upon 2x. This is the important step here. Then both fx and pi x are integrable in AB. What is the reason? How do you say that fx and pi x are integrable? Because see pi x here, a is greater than 0 here, a and b, through this doesn't contain 0 here. So 1 upon 2x is continuous throughout AB. Every continuous function is integrable, therefore pi x is integrable. Did you understand this one? We have used properties of integrable functions. 1 upon 2x is continuous in AB, therefore it is integrable. This one, sin of x square, it is continuous in AB. Sin function is continuous for all x, so it is continuous. X is polynomial function, continuous. So product of two functions is continuous. So this fx is also continuous for in AB, pi x is continuous in AB. Both are integrable. Therefore, first condition of second mean value theorem, it is satisfied. What is the second condition? Second condition is pi of x is monotonic. Here pi of x is monotonically decreasing. Why it is decreasing? Because b is greater than a here, ab interval is increasing here, then 1 upon 2x is therefore decreasing. So both the conditions of mean value theorem are satisfied. Now we apply second mean value theorem. What does theorem says? A to b fx into pi x. Fx, what is fx into pi x? Pi x is monotonically decreasing. Therefore, what does theorem states? A to b fx into pi x. Fx into pi x is sin x square. Sin x square dx is equal to pi of a. What is pi of a? 1 upon 2a. A to sine fx dx. What is fx? Fx is 2x sin x square. Theorem is like this. It is fx dx. It is a to b sin of x square is 1 upon 2a to sine fx. What is fx? 2x sin x square plus 1 upon 2b, because pi of a to b fx dx plus pi of d psi to b fx 2x sin x square dx. Correct? Theorem is applied like this. It is second mean value theorem of integral calculus. What does theorem states? A to b fx into pi x. Fx into pi x becomes sin x square. 1 upon 2a to b fx 2x sin x square. Psi to b 2x sin x square. Now take mod. Therefore, mod a to b sin x square dx is equal to mod of 1 upon 2a to psi 2x sin x square plus 1 upon 2b psi to b 2x sin x square. Now using that properties of modulus function. Here the right hand had plus c there, therefore we have less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 1 upon 2a, a is positive. Mod of a to psi 2x sin x square plus 1 upon 2b mod of xi to be 2x sin x square with respect to x. Now what is integration of 2x sin x square? Integration 2x sin x square is, it is if you take x square is t, 2x dx becomes dt, so it is minus cos t. But value of cos t, can I write here? A to xi 2x sin x square is, it is minus cos x square from a to xi. If you take mod, first I add minus cos xi square plus cos a square. If you take mod of this, then it becomes mod of this. This is less than or equal to 1. Correct? Cos of xi square plus cos of this less than or equal to 1. Less than or equal to 1. Therefore, this 2x sin x square 1 upon 2a to xi 2x sin x square is less than or equal to 1 plus again I write 1 upon 2b into 1 because it is xi to be 2x sin x square is less than or equal to 1. What is b here? B is greater than a. 1 upon b is less than 1 upon a. This therefore less than 1 upon 2a plus 1 upon 2a 1 upon a. So this mod a to b sin x square dx is less than or equal to 1 upon a. This is the proof. Is it correct? Sin x square is 1 upon 2a to xi fx. What does theorem states? Second mean value theorem. Second mean value theorem is like this: phi of a to xi fx, phi of b xi to b fx. A to xi, what are taken fx? Fx is 2x sin x square, and pi x is 1 upon 2x. We have taken. Is it correct? Let me verify again. It is yes. Fx is 2x sin x square, pi x is 1 upon 2x. It is correct. Now this value is less than or equal to 1. It is less than or equal to 1.